So getting into this, what is one of the first terms, one of the first things that you may have come across that may have confused you? I know for us is this term or concept of a levain or a levain, as some people say. And a levain is the kind of the process of taking some of your starter, right? If you don't do what we do inside of the 10-minute sourdough made easy method, where you're taking your starter cold, hungry, straight from the fridge, you would take some starter, you would feed it like 4 to 6 hours before you want to start your bread so that it gets to peak activity and you know you've got a really strong, robust colony of the natural yeast and the bacteria and stuff that you need to leaven the bread with, right? And so a levain or a levain is simply a way to like supercharge your starter to get it really ready to jump in and leaven your loaf, like leaven your bread. My experience in daily sourdough every single day, baking bread literally for us and for customers, our family, every single day, I never use a levain, right? I'm always baking cold, hungry starter straight out of the fridge. So do you need to do a levain? No. Is there reason or might there be reason that you would want to do a levain? Yes. So now I'm going to explain what I understand those reasons to be based on what I've read, my research, but I've never done a levain enough to know, wow, you know what, that makes such a good difference that I want to do it. Part of what I understand about levain or why you might want to do it is it's like supercharging the yeast so that your fermentation happens and your rise happens faster. So it would create a faster bulk rise time. But then a lot of time right after that, they want you to do what's called a cold proof. That's where you then take the dough, you form the loaf, and you put it in the fridge to slow it down, to retard the fermentation, to slow it down so that it doesn't over ferment. So it's kind of this contradictory thing where you want it to rise really fast by doing a levain, but then you got to throw it in the fridge to slow it down so it doesn't bulk ferment too long. Whereas the way we do it, we just do a cold, hungry starter straight from the fridge, gives you a nice, easy window of 12 to 18 hours, right? So that kind of wraps up the levain. What is a levain and why would you want to use it? If you want to kind of supercharge, if you got a shorter window, you know, want to try and fit your bulk fermentation time into a shorter window, you might try and use a levain.